Hi everyone, I am Jacy from Craft Life and I'm here today to teach you how to make recycled water bottle flowers. And last year we posted a picture of these on our Facebook page for Mother's Day, and many of you have asked us for a tutorial on them, and this tutorial is a year late, but you can make them for this Mother's Day, and they are super easy and fun to make. The supplies you'll need to make these are water bottles, and you will need to remove the labels on these, and you can use 2 or 3 depending on how many petals you want to make on your flower. And you may want to save one of the water bottle caps for gluing purposes. And you will also need something to cover your surface when you are painting. You will also need acrylic paint. I'm using purple for the petals and green for the leaves, but you can use whatever colors you want to use. You will also need scissors, a paintbrush, a pencil, and in the center of your flower, you can add some decorations. So today I'm just using 2 different colored pipe cleaners and 1 big pom-pom. You will also need floral wire, and today I'm using green floral wire, and it is from the dollar store. And finally, you will need glue, and I highly recommend using a glue gun because you need a strong glue to hold your flowers together. So please get your supplies and we'll begin. To begin, we are going to cut the bottoms off our water bottles before we paint them. And I find it easier to pinch the bottom, and then I like to take my scissors and cut into it just a little bit. And from that point, you have made a little hole, and you're going to take your scissors, and if you want long petals, you're just going to cut all the way around. And if you want shorter petals, you can cut up to the length you want them to be, and then cut around. So I'm going to leave mine as long petals, so I'm just going to start cutting all the way around the bottom. Now I'm going to cut the bottom off my other water bottle the same way I just did this one. Now we can paint our water bottles. Before we begin painting our water bottles, I thought I would show you some different ways you can paint them. Today I'm going to be painting mine all one color, which is purple. And if you would like to use multiple colors and make each of your petals a different color, you can just paint one, let it dry, then paint your next color, let it dry, and then go all the way around doing this. And then when you cut them, you'll have all different colored petals. You can also do half and half, and the way you would do this is paint your bottom half, let it dry, and then paint your top half. And finally, if you would like, you can leave some at the bottom a different color than the top part, and you would paint the bottom first, let it dry, and then paint the top. So those are just a few ways that you can paint your water bottles, and now we are going to begin painting them. When I'm painting my water bottles, I'm just going to spread the paint all over it, and this is just my fast way of painting, but if you want, you can take your time, pour it onto your plate, and then paint it onto your water bottle, but I'm doing this quickly so I can show you how to do it. And we're just going to take our paint and paint it on our water bottle. You want to make sure that you have covered your entire water bottle with paint, because if you miss a spot, you will be able to see it in your flower. And now I'm going to paint the other one the exact same way. Now I'm finished painting my other water bottle. And now I'm going to let my 2 water bottles dry. Now my water bottles are dry and I am ready to cut my petals. I'm going to start by making my purple petals first. And you can plan out how many petals you want to have. I've decided to make only 4, and I have sketched it out. So I made one here to here, and that is about how large each of my petals are going to be. And again, you can sketch it out with pencil, and when we cut, we're going to go all the way up to the top here, where there is that top notch. Now we're going to begin cutting. And I'm just going to start right around here on my first mark and cut up to my line. And by my line, I mean the top lines all the way around the bottle. I cut right up to them. Now I'm finished cutting my petals and they are equal. And now we're going to need to cut points at the ends like I did on this one. So we're going to find the middle of each petal and we're going to take our scissors and just cut and round down like this. And then I like to come up from this point in the center and round it out to the middle again. Like this. Now I have a point at the top and I'm going to do this for each petal. Now we're going to fold our petals down and the water bottle is just going to pop inside out. So you're going to start folding each of them down. All I did was I folded them down and popped them inside out. Now we are going to cut our leaves out and do the same exact thing. So for our leaves, we're just going to need 3 of them. And as you can see, we have 3 lines on our water bottle. And I'm just going to cut straight down the center of each of them. Once again, I'm cutting up to that same line. Now I'm finished cutting my 3 leaves. And I'm going to make points on the top of each of them. And I'm going to make these points a little bit more fat this time. So I'm just going to round it a little bit more. But I'm just going to be doing the same exact thing I did before. Now we're going to fold each of the leaves down and pop them inside out just like we did for the flower. Now we are ready to glue our flower onto our leaves, and this is the part that we are going to need to use our water bottle cap for. We're just going to take the cap and place it on our leaves, and then flip it over and place it down on the table. And you do not want to screw it on, just leave it there. And now we're going to place this down. But before we do that, we're going to place our glue down. And put a lot of glue on the inside of your leaves. Now we're just going to place our flowers down onto our leaves. We're going to put this aside to dry, but you do want to keep checking to make sure that your cap does not get glued to your flower, so you can pull it off. Slide it to take the glue off, and then just keep letting it dry. Now we're going to get our center ready to be glued on, and we are going to cut our pipe cleaners in half and make spirals. And so we're just going to fold each one in half and cut it. And for each one, you're going to leave about 1 inch, and then we're going to place it on the pencil and start wrapping it. Once you have wrapped it around the pencil, you can slide it off and then just pull it. And now we're just going to do this for the rest of them. Now we are ready to glue this onto our flower. Now we're going to glue our pom-pom in the center of our flower. So just take your glue, go around the sides, and if you want, you can use your cap again. And now we're just going to place our pom-pom down. Now with our spirals, I'm going to put blues in these 2 corners and then the pinks in the other 2 corners. And you're just going to put some glue down in each corner and glue them down. Now we're ready to work on our stem. I'm using floral wire as my stem for my flower, so I'm just going to stretch it out. My piece of wire is 48 inches long, and you can use as much wire as you want. And now I'm going to fold it in half. I decided I want to make mine shorter, so I'm going to fold it in half again. And the thicker your stem, the more sturdy it is going to be. And now once you have it like this, we can twist it. Now I have my stem, and I'm going to take my flower, and on the inside I'm just going to glue it down to one of the sides like this. And you're going to need to hold it down for a little bit until it dries. So I'm just going to place a lot of glue on the inside and then place it down. You want to make sure that you are getting it completely covered in the glue. Now I'm going to hold this in place and let my glue dry. If you feel more comfortable, you can add more glue inside and add a pom-pom in to hold your stem in place. And so you're just going to place some more glue inside and push a pom-pom through. Now your stem is very secure, and you are finished with your water bottle flower. This is what they look like when they're done, and these are a great way to recycle water bottles, and they are also really fun and easy Mother's Day gifts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you make some, I'd love to see them. My Instagram is CraftLifeUSA, so please tag me in a photo. And please don't forget to like us on Facebook, pin it on Pinterest, and subscribe right here on YouTube. I hope you're living a craft life just like me. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!